Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Tan of Make It Sweet and Neat and I'm so thankful that you're here today. If you've already been hopping, then you know exactly why you're here, but some friends and I were asked to join Catherine Pooler Designs in featuring the new O Canada bundle. This video is filmed on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the kʷikʷəḷ First Nation. Let's have a quick look at the bundle, which includes a pack of 6x6 papers, the Forever Maple stencil with dies, the O Canada stamp and dies, as well as the Yukon sequins. This little beaver face just makes me smile. For the inks, I used the suggested ink colors as seen on the paper pack, as well as adding in Twilight and Sandcastle. First, anytime I get a new stamp and die set, I always stamp and die cut a bunch of the images first. This sets me up for success in case I need a quick card in the future. I really do believe in front-loading the work, and I will explain why later. When it's time to cut apart the dies, I do so in a plastic bag to capture all the little flyaway pieces. Do you struggle with getting your images centered to your die cuts? Let me show you my trick. When I feel like I've die cut out enough die cuts, I go and stamp my first set of images. I then use this as a template. I'm going to be honest and admit that yes, this does take a little bit of time to set up at the very beginning, but I promise it is so worthwhile in the long term when you are creating multiple cards. And so the reason why I started doing this is because I had a son a few years ago and he is now almost 3, and pretty much I can only craft when I can craft, or when he lets me craft. There you have it. My little flower plate there has so many of the images already stamped and ready to go, so I can just pick from an assortment of them when I'm ready to create a card. This one particular card, I'm creating a background using all those die cut images. Glad press and seal. Let me tell you, if you don't know anything about it, you are gonna have to get it after this. So what I did here was I created a hinge so that when I pressed down on my images, it would pick them back up so that I could apply adhesive to the backs and then place them back down again without losing their placement. Now, sometimes in the crafting world, things don't always work out, and you may not see that in edited videos, but I decided to leave that here just so that you can see that things may not always work out the way we want them to be, and that's okay. We just have to trust our process and the end result. My son decided to make a guest appearance right about now.
Dada! I'm gonna put this here.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Oh, wasn't that the cutest? My heart just melted as I was editing this video and playing it back. What I'm doing here is applying grass skirt ink to the trees, and then for the second time around, I'm applying Deck the Halls ink to the trees, or at least the bottom half of the trees. What I do is I go back in with a blender brush, and you can go in with a blender brush or a dauber and just soften the lines a bit. And so what that's doing is it's creating a two-tone, kind of like a rock and roll stamping image, and I think it's just so beautifully done for any solid type images to give you the two-tone color. And welcome to my son's version of this technique, who makes another guest appearance.
Here you go.
Okay, press it for me, okay? Press, 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 press.
Dada. Oopsie, sorry. Wrong way.
That's okay.
Oopsie. I do one only.
Yeah. Here, let's do it again, okay? Okay. Ready? Use this. Where's my brush thing?
Oopsie, sorry.
Where's Mama's brush thing? Yeah, it's right here. Here.
No, no, no.
Okay, you do it. Did you get it? I was trying so hard not to laugh in my video as he was literally just thumping on my Misty there while trying to press down. Anyway, my next tip is don't be afraid to cut up your stamps, especially your sentiments. For this card, the 2-line sentiment, "You're sweeter than maple syrup," was not going to work out for my layout, so I just cut it, and it's no problem. You can always put it back together later. My next tip is don't forget to use a light hand when you're stenciling or ink blending. It is easier to lay more color down than to take it away. Easier said than done. I'm also guilty for having a heavy hand as well. So I feel you. My next tip is so simple. Did you know that you can also use stencils as embossing folders? Yes, so easy, but make sure that you create the right sandwich for your machine. I'm using the Forever Maple stencil to create a background. I'm using Rockin' Red ink first, and remember what I said earlier? Go in with the light hand and you can go back in and layer your ink to add more color. To add a bit more dimension, I'm using Cranberry Fizz to add in that deeper red. I realized that the big brush is too big, so then I switched to a smaller head brush to finish the stenciling. Take a quick peek here and yay, everything looks good. Okay, here comes the big reveal. I didn't use them for my cards, but don't forget that the Forever Maple stencil also comes with the dies. This beaver just makes me smile with his Mountie hat. I think this maple syrup card is perfect for a thank you card or a thinking of you card. For this card, the color scheme is from the paper pack, as you can see here. This card is perfect for a Pacific Northwester. And finally, the shaker card was inspired by the Vancouver Canucks, which is my hometown hockey team. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Good day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.